How do you play chords but keep them quiet? Well, it's actually not that hard if you know the inside scoop. And because I'm your best piano playing friend, I'm going to show you how to do that right here in this video. And I'll show you for the right hand and the left hand. And to demonstrate this technique, I'll be using two preludes by the great Chopin, both of them from Opus 28. So the first one I'll show you is for the left hand chords, and this is the prelude in E minor, which I have a full tutorial for on my channel. I'll link it here if you want, like every single note, if you want to learn how to play it. I'll play a little bit of it for you just so you kind of have it in your ear, and this is where the left hand has repeated chords. And so on. All right, so you can hear that the right hand has the melody, and they're just a bunch of really long notes. So on the piano, when you play a note, it immediately starts to decay, meaning it starts to get quieter immediately. So it's really easy for the left hand to overpower these decaying notes, right? So we have to be careful that the left hand doesn't end up sounding. I'll just show you the way to not do it, okay? And if this is you, don't be embarrassed and don't be insulted. It's just wherever you are right now, and I'm going to show you how to make it better. Okay, so usually I hear this from less advanced pianists, whatever, pianists. You hear how that left hand is just, it's a little much, right? So I'm going to show you what not to do, and I'm going to show you what to do. So here's the left hand. We'll just keep it on the first measure, and what it is, it's an E minor triad, but in first inversion. If you want to learn about triads, I've got a book. I'll link it below. All right, so what you want to do basically is get the shape in your hand. You definitely don't want to make a claw. I actually heard a piano course instructor say to make a claw. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he just meant like find the shape. But you don't want to make a claw. You want to make sure that you know which fingers are on which keys, and then you don't let go of the tops of the keys, right? All you do is just kind of, I'll do it in slow motion. You move your wrist slightly up and down. And by wrist, I mean your forearm, and your wrist is soft, so it bends. Do you see that? So I'm not letting go of the keys. I'm literally touching them the entire time. You'll have to practice this because you'll have to find just the right balance so that, you know, all the keys sound and they don't, you know, do that sort of thing. But just think of it like as though you have your hand inside a pool. Like, let's say you're laying down on the side of the pool and you've got your hand like in the water, and it's just delicately like moving with the slight waves in the water. You can go fast, you can go slow, it doesn't matter. You just don't let go of the keys. All right, so but what do you do if you're gonna move to a new chord? You have to let go, right? Yes, you do. So going from the first measure to the second measure, we've got this guy, all right? So what I do is I pick up and I touch the keys. I'm touching the keys, and then I drop the weight of my arm into the keys. And I don't drop it hard, just enough that I get the sound that I want. And if I move to the next chord, again, I touch the keys like that. So I'll play it for you without the right hand so you can really see that left hand. You can observe what I'm talking about. And I'll add the pedal just for fun, but you can do it without the pedal. So. See that? So I'm never like hopping off the keys. So let me show you that with the right hand with another one of his preludes. This one is in B minor. So in this one, the right hand has the repeated notes, okay, along with chords. I'll play you just a little bit again so you know which one I'm talking about. This one is Opus 28, number 6. And so on. All right, so clearly the left hand has the melody here. Okay, so we don't want the right hand overpowering like this. Right? It takes away from the mood of the piece and from the melody. So the right hand follows the same secret tip, okay? Which is if you want to play repeated notes or repeated chords quietly, you don't let go of the tops of the keys. You just kind of bounce the weight of your arm into the keys, just enough that they make the sound that you want. And you're gonna have to experiment, because if you're playing on an acoustic piano, it's gonna feel different. If you're playing on a digital keyboard, it's gonna feel different, right? So we never take away the aspect of needing to practice. But if you practice correctly, you get better results faster and more predictably. I have a book that teaches you how to practice. Practice makes permanent. It's linked below. All right, so the first chord is, it's a B minor triad in first inversion. So I touch the keys again. I touch the keys and I drop the weight of my arm into it. Now here, you're actually supposed to hold down these two fingers and just play the fifth finger again. So here's how I do it. I'll show you in really slow motion. Touch the keys, I fall in, and then I lift just enough that that fifth finger is still on the key, but it's no longer inside the key bed, okay? And then I just drop it again while holding these two fingers. Now, when I hold these two fingers, I don't grip. I just sit in the same way that I'm sitting now on my bench, right? I'm not pushing down with my body, just sitting. So you already know how to sit. You just have to let your fingers sit. So if you want to join me, find your D, F sharp, and B. Touch them. Lift the weight of your arm. I'm showing you here with my other finger. See? I'm lifting the weight of my arm, and I drop it in. I let these two fingers sit, and I let that guy slightly lift and down. Not lift off the key, but lift the weight so that it's no longer pressing down. Now, the next on beat 2, I have to lift because I have to replay those notes. But I'm not going to lift like this. I'm exaggerating, right? So you can see there's not going to be space between my fingers and the keys. Here's how I'm going to lift. So I played beat 1. I'm going to let go in the sense that I'm no longer holding down the keys, but I'm still touching them, and I drop in again. It's all in the forearm and the wrist, okay? And so here I sit on that F sharp, and I let the B go up and down again. Then I repeat that on beat 3. Now, measure 2, I play the chord on every beat 1, 2, and 3. So I'll show you how it goes. Sometimes you'll notice that you don't lift quite enough for the key to go back down again and make a sound. So you just experiment, okay? And then if you're gonna move, like in the third measure, you just pick up, touch the keys, and then continue with the same kind of touch, okay? So there you go. That's the inside scoop on how to play repeated notes or repeated chords quietly, with relaxation, and without producing tension in your body. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to see more insider technique tips like this one, check out these videos here. Keep practicing, have fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye.